What up, guys? Your boy Just King Zere. Welcome back to the Just King Zere podcast. And yeah, man, I just saw some weird thing on Twitter of a Nigerian guy going into South African lady's comments. That South African lady is an influencer, someone who talks against, the exploitation of or the exclusion of South Africans and this thing of preferring my immigrants over citizens and citizens being left behind and talking against this whole Chidima situation. So a Nigerian guy, went to her DMs, you know, and was advising her, saying that, hey, she must stop posting these xenophobic things or whatever, even though it's not xenophobic. But the most interesting thing he said that South Nigerian men want to replace or outbreed or phase out South African men. They want to create a new race with South African women. And then he said that South African men are Ephemite. Crazy, right? So before we get straight into it, don't forget, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel so that this community can grow. We can have a decent amount of followers, and then we can also have guests. We can have some of your well-known guests. We can have a podcast set up, and we can have conversations with some of the people regarding politics, music industry, whatever it is concerning South Africa and Africa. And yeah, man, and also just so that more of my videos can appear when you load up your homepage, you know what I'm saying, so that you don't miss a video or that I post. The likelihood of it reaching you can be very high when you subscribe. So yeah, man, let's get straight into it. Very important to subscribe. I always say this because it's very important. The reach, in order for us to reach more people, that's what we have to do, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get straight into it. This thing of Nigerians is very, very concerning in South Africa. Very, very concerning. We've been crying about it, we've been talking about it over and over, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Do you understand? So this guy said that he went to that lady's inbox and he said that at the end of that thing, he sent a voice note and he was like, no, don't stress. He's like, don't stress. He told her all that shit and then he's like, don't stress. He wants a number or something like that. He's flirting with her now. You know what I'm saying? The guy said Nigerians want to outbreed South African men. South African men are not strong or what. They're feminine. That's what he said. He said that South African men are feminine. So basically saying that something wrong with South African men, you know, and that he and his brothers want to, Nigerians, you know, want to come in and be the man, to this woman and give them children and create a new race. Do you understand how diabolical that is? How villainous that is? It's like something a villain would say. Do you understand? What kind of nonsense is that? You know what I'm saying? So when I first heard this thing, when I first saw it, it was crazy to me. I laughed, man. But then I was disturbed by it. I was disturbed. The way that he was saying it, man. His tongue is so, like the way he says it is very convincing. You know what I'm saying? Like, very, very convincing. And I can see why some of our sisters, they fall into that trap of the words that these guys say, that the conviction that they have in their diabolical nonsense that they speak. You know, I'm like, damn. Even I, as a man, not that I'm taken by it all, but I'm disturbed by what that dude just said. I slept and I was like, even the next day when I woke up, I was like, that's some effed up shit. These guys are effed up. Our sisters are in trouble. Our country is in trouble. Do you understand? These guys have learned the psychology to convince a person, or you know what I'm saying? So if you are a weaker vessel like a female, what happens to you? Do you understand? So the man said South African men are Ephemite. Feminine. You know what I'm saying? And that they are the man. they can do it. They can, you know, provide. They can do all these things. They can do whatever. Do you understand? So the lady though was very disturbed as well when she wrote back the when she exposed the guy. She posted it for her fan base to see, followers to see, and yeah, everyone saw it, and it was, people were shocked, like, what the hell? So this tells me that South African men, truly, there's a mark on our backs. Do you understand? There's a mark on our backs, you know, laser mark on our backs. We need to be very, very careful. We need to be very, very careful. We need to be very responsible with our lives. We need to be responsible with everything that we consume, everything, every type of self-destruction that we might be going through or whatever. We need to make sure we still monitor ourselves and make sure that we don't because I know a lot of people self-destructing, you know, they're doing drugs and whatever. It's time to go to rehab to those people. It's time to go to rehab. It's time to fix your life. It's time to, because I also heard someone also saying on a live that Nigerians and these people, these drug dealers, they spike weed, you know, they spike weed with drugs to get people addicted to drugs. So when you go and you try and go to your dealer or whatever, you're trying to buy just the weed, you know, you smoke that thing, they lace it with nyaupe, they lace it with whatever. You're just gonna feel that thing until you're gonna be addicted, and then now you're gonna go and search what is that thing. You go for that weed, and then the guy ends up saying, no, my brother, just buy this instead. I'll give you nyaupe, and then because you're addicted, you'll be craving that thing. And then they give you nyaupe, and then you're like, damn, that's it. That's much even stronger. That's what it is. God, they laced your weed. You understand? So these people could be working with the South African drug dealer. All the drug dealers could be working together, but you find that they are being supplied by, you know, a Nigerian. Do you understand? Or the people are buying straight from the Nigerian. Do you understand? I had this question for a long time. How is it our brothers are doing drugs and whatever? I realized that it's something hit me long ago, way before I saw any of this or heard any of this. I was like, no, man, there's got to be some spiking here. Someone is spiking these people. How these people just start doing drugs? How does this thing just start out of nowhere? Because this nyaupe thing just started out of nowhere. You started seeing people now, zombified. Started rising, 2010 there, 2009, 2000, somewhere there, excuse me. It just started becoming a thing, and you ask yourself, when did it start? You know? But when someone says these things, I start to realize that, oh my goodness, this is definitely what's happening. And when I remember this, I also remember a story of DMX. DMX, when he started doing drugs and whatever, he was doing weed. He was smoking weed with his friends, you know. And then an older guy, you know, in their group, and the people, they were chilling together, just sharing a blunt, you know. That guy, the older guy, spiked that weed with cocaine. And that is how DMX started being addicted. And he was addicted his whole life. He was addicted all the way until, you know, he suffered from drugs until, you know what I'm saying? So that is very diabolical. I just went on a tangent about drugs there, but it's the same thing, because this destruction of South African men, it's all planned, you know. It's very, very much planned. It's very, very much orchestrated. There are people behind this thing planning on how many ways they can use to destroy South African men. You know, people are planning how they can destroy the South African men. It's the ways of colonization. Nigerians are coming with colonization tactics. Do you understand? They're coming with colonization tactics, and we should be awake. Because colonization, what it is? Take away the man, kill the man, drag out the man or whatever, just confuse, just mess up the man. Make sure the men are going through whatever they have no values, they are not far away from their woman, and then you do what? You brainwash their woman. Back then they raped the woman and then they gave birth to these coloreds, the colored community. They rape them, the colors that you find that have European ancestry and whatever. A lot of them, you find that the European ancestry is from the rape. They rape the woman, they do all these things back then. So right now, it's very, very important for us to realize that these guys are coming with colonization tactics. They hate us. They hate black men. See, a guy like me, I'm very, very sober-minded. Very, very sober-minded. That's why I'm able to even do videos like this. That's why I'm able to, because they don't want us to be even making videos like this. Because this thing, making a video like this, it's a masculine thing. It's rare that you find a man, not a celebrity, whatever, but someone who just does a video and just speaks out and talks against this thing. They don't want us. They want us to be at the corners, drug riddled. Only thing when you wake up in the morning you think about is drugs. They want to zombify the South African man. But it's time for us to show them that no, you did not get all of us, and you will never get all of us. You will never get me. I'm telling you, you'll never get some of the kings. Shout out to Penwell the Black Pen. Shout out to DJ Spoo. Shout out to Sizwe Mpofu Walsh. Shout out to everyone that's speaking, man. Shout out to the females also who are against this, who are woke. Shout out to Citizen Concerned YouTube channel. Shout out to Lelo N. Shout out to Mac G. Shout out to Sol Penduka. Shout out to everyone that's speaking out. Shout out to Mpodagada. Shout out to everyone that's speaking. Shout out to all the guests that are coming on podcasts, Penwell Show guests. Shout out, guys, for showing that these people have not succeeded to fry our minds. Not all our minds are fried. We've been sitting and watching from the background. But as we grow up, we will never sit back. We will talk to our youth. As I'm speaking right now, I'm talking to the youth. I'm talking to my kids, my young bros. As a khotma, I'm gonna speak, and I hope I hope they are watching. And we have to now. It's time for us now to show them that we are not Ephemite. We are not Ephemite. We are not feminine. We've just been watching. You guys, ni papa. You've been popping. You've been all over the place, slinging your dick around, just fucking every girl you see, using money. And you think that's masculine. That's not masculine. Fucking woman is not masculine. I'm telling you. It's not a masculine thing. Anyone can fuck a woman. You understand? Anyone can fuck a woman. I can just convince any woman I see and just fuck her. That doesn't make me masculine. Do you understand? The only masculine thing about it is that, okay, sharp, it's a dick and a vagina. You know what I'm saying? And then you are just using your thing on a woman. But that's what's masculine about that? If you had to use money to get that woman, if you had to pretend and wear flashy clothes and not be yourself and pretend to be something else to get her, is that a masculine thing? That's not a masculine thing. A masculine thing is to have a real relationship, a real focus, a real, understanding and a love for where that woman comes from and her people, and know that you are with their princess. Do you understand? To treat the woman well, not just by buying. People think like treating people nice is about buying, because you treat how many. There's a lady now that was talking about being abused. She had two black eyes, you know. Is it black eyes or blue eyes? Yeah, blue, two. Like you can tell they punched both eyes by a Nigerian guy. She's married to a Nigerian guy. She was busy saying, hey, Tlantla, help me. Hey, Julius Malema, or whatever. Operation Dudula, help me. I've been married to this guy for 15 years. You know? She was saying that. You know, she was looking for help and all these things. Do you understand? And it's a lot. Say you guys are very loud, you're always shouting. And I saw a video of a guy who was busy shouting at his landlord, a female landlord. I was saying, hey, Gaten Mackenzie, I'm not afraid of Gaten, call him. That man was having a screaming match with a woman. Is that masculine? Motherfucker. Is that masculine? That's what you call masculine. That ain't masculine. It's like you guys are just jealous of because we are handsome guys here in South Africa. Nice, we're very, very, you know, soft skin, you know, masculine. We are nice looking men in South Africa. Not to say you guys are not also good looking in your own, but you are jealous of us in some way. You envy us some way. But we don't go on screaming matches with the women. Do you understand? We don't go on screaming matches. We don't do all that nonsense. Nigga was screaming match with a woman, a landlord, because he doesn't want to pay rent. Is that masculine? Ah, fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, man. You want to tell that to me is Ephemite. That is Ephemite, feminine. And you want to come and call us feminine? No, we ain't feminine. We are real niggas. When it's time to fight, we fight. Look at our heroes, man. Nelson Mandela. Huh? Was he Ephemite? No. That was a masculine man who would lay down his life for the salvation of his country and the liberation of his people. He wasn't someone who said we're going to have violence, we're going to have revenge. No, he was masculine to say we move forward. We need progress. Are all these people Ephemite? No. For me, I'll say the South African men are the most masculine. Do you understand? Because we have been, we stand our ground when it's time to fight. We stand our ground. Look at all of our people from back then. We stand our ground. We create organizations. ANC was formed. All this PAC, all these things. People leave the ANC, they go form something else. EFF, Konto Esizwe, MK, you know, the MKMV, the first one, the soldier thing as well, to fight apartheid. UDM, you know what I'm saying? We do our own thing and we form organization. When we disagree with the organization, we form organization to fight the organization. And it lasts for years. ANC was founded in 1911 or something like that, 1910, something like that. Look at how many years it's been there, fighting the same cause. Why? Do you understand? And you want to call us no, we have fought. These women that you are having today, we have fought for them. We fought for them. They were fought for by South African men. And I know you guys are saying, hey, you help South Africa. How can you help South Africa? You are talking about a cut of your salary and you're saying that is help. Did you send soldiers to South Africa to fight? No. Which soldiers fought? It's our soldiers. So what are you talking about? You guys are just too much, man. Too much pride. Pride comes before the downfall. Are you guys Christians? Are you Christians or what? This is no Christian-like behavior. This is antichrist behavior. Do you understand? So nobody in Africa can tell us shit. Nobody in Africa can tell us shit. Nobody, no man in Africa can tell us shit. No president, no nothing can tell us shit. Our men have gone through the ringer. They've stood on the front line of battle. And they've come out on top. O.R. Tambo. Sisulu. Walter Sisulu. I can go on and on. I can mention 100 heroes from this one country. And you think the children of those people, you can just erase those people? You can erase me. Do you think you can erase me? You cannot erase me. I make a video like this and it reaches thousands of people. Do you understand? And I know that one word from me is enough to destroy a tyranny. Because I am the child of Nelson Mandela. I am the grandchild of Nelson Mandela. I am the grandchild of all those heroes. We share some sort of ancestry somewhere, somehow. We are the people of this nation, born and raised in this nation. So whatever they have, I probably have it in me. The spirit of patriotism, fighting until the end. You guys use media to convince people nonsense about us. Well, we use media as well. We've just been sitting back. It's not that we don't know how to do these things. It's not that we don't know how to do any of these things that you guys have been doing. You've been having YouTube channels, spreading weird information, doing all these things, reporting on our gossip culture and whatever. We've been watching you guys. You've been creating websites, pirating our music, and putting out our music on Fagaza and rehabmusic.com. We've just been watching, using those websites, and we know you guys are behind those things. Busy pirating our artists' music. So we've been just sitting back and watching you guys. It's not that we don't know how to do this thing. Now we phased you out. Now our artists are in control of their own destiny. You guys have now went into our record labels. You go to a record label, you find people from another country and whatever are running the executive board and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's messed up. So our people have taken control. Look at the music industry right now. We've taken control back. Do you understand? We've taken control back. Our artists now, those websites, we don't need them. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Our people are taking control. The internet. You guys, we are running the internet. Now we have MacG podcast. My lookalike, MacG. Shout out to my goat, my lookalike. My doppelganger, MacG. Shout out to my nigga. Running YouTube. Biggest podcast. What can you do? You think you can come with your accent here? Hey, what's up, guys? And you think you can run South Africa? South Africa is the USA of Africa. Even if you want to come and take over this thing, you can't do it because we want our own people. MacG is number 1 now on YouTube. You feel me? Ghost Hlubi is number 1 now on YouTube. Hlubi. Do you understand? Abosima, they're number 1 on YouTube. Our own people are running shit. Doing good. Music, we're doing the greatest. We've overtaken Afrobeats now. Are we still Ephemite? Are we still Ephemite? Don't talk shit here on the internet. We are the main men. We are the main O's. Main O's. No, some things never gonna change. Rest in peace, Super Mega. We are the main O's. Ek is the main O. Ek is the antwoord. Je weet. You know nothing. Just a big mouth is what you are. Big mouth, motherfucker. big mouth motherfucker just talking shit. We know ourselves. We know we're the greatest. The greatest of all time is what we are. So I went on a rant there, guys, but yeah, very, very. I was just showing my masculine side. Yeah, showing my masculine side. So it's what it is, man. South Africa for South Africans. Peace.